Welcome to Angel K TV.
Hi family, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I'm Angel and this is Angel K TV. Today we're going to be talking about dividing fractions using cancellation. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, so now let's go over our rule. So the rule is keep, switch, flip, and look for a common factor diagonally. Okay, so let's move over to number 1, our first example, which says 4 over 9 divided by 8 over 15. So now, before we get into these other parts, basically switch, flip, and look for a common factor diagonally, let's first ask ourselves, what does keep mean? What do we mean by keep? Well, obviously the word keep is let it stay there, have it, so that 4 over 9, basically, we're going to keep it like that. Basically, the first fraction, we are going to keep it the same. Then this switch, we're referring to division. So we're going to turn this division into multiplication because you know the opposite of division is multiplication, right? And now this one, the second fraction, which is 8 over 15, is now going to be 15 over 8. So the 15 is going to be the numerator and the 8 is going to be the denominator. That is basically what we mean by keep, switch, and flip. Then looking for a common factor diagonally, that's going to be later. Okay, before we focus on that, we have to focus on these three first. Okay, so let's just come over here and write them down. So 4 over 9, remember, we're keeping this one the same. So 4 over 9 times, remember, switch, times 15 over 8. Okay, so what do we do next? We have to look for a common factor diagonally. Okay? So basically, what this means is, as you can see, let's take 9 and 15, and then we'll do 4 and 8. Okay, so we have to look for a common factor between 4 and 8 that will go. Maybe the highest common factor. And what is the highest common factor? 4. So 4 divided by 4 will give us 1. 8 divided by 4 will give us 2. Now we are left with 1 and 2 because we have found the common factor. All right, but we're not done, okay? Because we still have to solve for 15 and 9. So which do you think is the highest common factor for 15 and 9? Or what specifically do you think is the highest common factor for 15 and 9? Or just a common factor for 15 and 9? Well, we can use 3, right? 9 divided by 3 will give us 3. Then we have 15 divided by 3 will give us 5. So now we're left with 1 times 5 and 3 times 2. We're done, right? So basically now we just have to multiply straight across. So 1 times 5 is going to give us 5. 3 times 2 is going to give us 6. 5 over 6 is our answer. Okay, now I also want to show you guys what would happen if we didn't use cancellation and practically tell you guys why cancellation is important, because again, it's cancellation. It helps us make our work faster. Okay, so we have 4 over 9 times 15 over 8. So basically the same process, okay, but we're not using cancellation. So now we're going to do 4 times 15, which is going to give us 60. 9 times 8 is going to give us 72. So that's 60 over 72. As you can see, that is a big difference, okay? Compare it to this one, that's a big difference. But we can also divide it even further because, again, it's larger numbers, right? We have to find a common factor, okay? So a common factor between 60 and 72, or common factors they have, is 12. So 60 divided by 12 will give us 5. Then 72 divided by 12 will give us 6. So we have the same 5 over 6 over here. But what's the difference? The way we solved it. The method, as you can see, This is definitely going to be a lot trickier to get, okay, especially when we have to when it has to do with larger numbers and common factors, because when it's smaller numbers it's easier, right? So that is exactly why cancellation is important, very important for us. Okay, so now let us move over to number 2. So for number 2, our second and last example, it says 12, a whole number, divided by 6 over 7. So now remember, we have to take a look at our rule. Our first 3 rules, which is keep, switch, and flip. Okay, so what exactly are we keeping? 12. Over 1 though, because remember, it's just a whole number. We need another number in order for it to be a fraction, because we can't just solve 12 divided by 6 over 7. It does not make sense. We need another number here, and that is why the number that we need is going to be 1. If you guys know how to solve whole numbers, you will know that we always add 1 over the whole number, okay? Because it does not add anything to it and it does not take away anything from it, okay? So that means we're technically going to have 12 over 1 times we switch the sign, so division turns into multiplication, and then we flip, okay? So now 7 over 6. So it's 12 over 1 times 7 over 6. 7 is now the numerator and 6 is going to be the denominator. All right, now with all that said and done, the next step is to look for common factors diagonally. Okay, so let's first take 12 and 6. So what common factors do you think will go into 12 and 6? 6 can go, right? If we're talking about the highest common factor, yes, 6 can go. So 6 divided by 6 will give us 1. 12 divided by 6 will give us 2. All right, and we are done. Well, we're not done yet, but for now we're done, okay? We don't need to do anything else because we've already done the whole thing. I mean, we've looked for common factors. Now that we're done, we just need to multiply straight across, okay? And then we're going to be done, okay? So 2 times 7 is going to give us 14. So 1 times 1 is going to give us 1. So we have 14 over 1, which is basically the same thing as just saying 14, okay, on its own. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. I mean, about dividing fractions using cancellations. We also have multiplications as well. Maybe I will do a video on both even, but for now, that is basically it for today's video. Do not forget to leave your recommendations on some topics you want me to cover, maybe in the future, of course. It could be on math, English, science, whatever it is. We can even do some fun activities. Yeah, just whatever you guys think might be interesting for a video. I just hope you guys are doing okay. So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whichever time you're watching this. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time in my next video. Do not forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. Many kisses and virtual hugs. See you later, family. See you in the next video.